My next guest was a big winner this past weekend, getting a dominant win over Carlton Minus at UFC Vegas 17. Of course, I'm talking about Christos Giagos back here on the program. Christos, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. You know what I mean? Holidays are going to be nice coming off this victory. And yeah, man, I'm feeling really good. Very blessed.
Take me back to how you found out about this fight, because it was like, what, 24 hours? Like, when did you get wind that, you were going to be able to replace Rick Glenn in this fight against Carlton Minus?
So, I mean, it's funny because like I've been hitting my manager up every week, at least once a week. Like, hey, any news on a fight? Any news on a fight? He's been telling me like, hey, Sean said he has a spot for you. You're gonna get booked soon. And then USADA came and they tested me twice, so I knew I was getting ready to get booked. But I'm thinking like January, maybe February. I kind of accepted the fact that I wasn't gonna fight this year. Mm-hmm. And then it was Wednesday. I'm at work. I help my dad out, run the business. I'm a cook with my family restaurant, and I get a call, and it's Jason. And usually when he calls me, it's about some type of news.
Right.
So I was like, oh, finally, I got to fight. Like, let's see when it is. I'm thinking it's going to be January. And he was like, hey, man, basically he was like, hey, I wouldn't do this because, of our history, because I've been with him a long time. He's like, I wouldn't put you in there if I didn't think you can win. It's a great opportunity that came up, a great matchup. And because Rick Glenn got COVID and he wanted me to fight that Saturday. It's Wednesday. He wanted me to fight Saturday. And then my whole stomach just kind of turned. I was like, oh, what? Da-da-da. Oh, crap. I'm trying to scramble things together. I'm like, I'm about to have to go to Vegas. I'm at work. I don't know who can cover me. It's just, it's craziness. So I just, I like, hey, send me his name. Let me at least check him out. Because I was on the fence of saying no. Like, I don't want to take a fight coming off of a loss on 3 days' notice. So I was a little nervous. I checked him out. I was like, this is a great matchup. I could beat this guy. I was like, and I've been running, I've been in shape. I was like, all right. I hit my manager up. I was like, hey, let's do it. So he hit up their management, and it got booked. They sent me to get my medical, my blood work. They flew me right out to Vegas. I got to get quarantined, and it was a wrap from there.
That's good. How about the cut? Like, did you have to cut much weight for this fight? Usually, when you get that short a notice, it's usually a bit of a tougher cut.
Well, it's a good thing I stay on my weight. I'm very active. I walk around about 175, but like a lean 175. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it wasn't too bad. Thankfully, they let me do 160. I said I'd make 55, but Jason told me it was at 160. I was like, all right, cool. And I'm glad they did it at 60 because it was a little rough. I cut 17 pounds in 3 days. So wow. Yeah, it was good. I made the weight. It wasn't that much of an issue. I'm pretty good about my weight cuts, and yeah, I like to be a professional.
So what was the game plan heading in? Because you only had a couple days notice to figure out who you were fighting. Like, what were you sort of planning ahead of time, like heading into the fight?
Yeah, so I watched him, and like I'm not even too like I know he's a striker, and I definitely think I could strike with him. But Jiva told me, he was like, listen, like I think your striking's better too, but why play into his game when we know we can control him on the ground? And I did, and then so the whole game plan was to take him down, ground and pound, and take the submission if it comes to me. I passed up a lot of submission attempts only because I just wanted to stay on top. It was 3 days notice. I wanted to secure the win. I didn't want to get a submission, squeeze, blow my arms out, and he gets up, and then now I'm in trouble. So I was very conservative with my energy, and I just knew I could beat him on the ground in every aspect. I know his ground wasn't anywhere near my level, so I just took it where I knew I can win, and yeah.
You mentioned he was an opponent you felt you could beat. Was part of that, did you look at the level of competition he fought sort of leading into the UFC? Because he's an Alaska FC guy, and I don't know if you've heard about that promotion, but they're kind of known for building guys up, again, kind of doing mismatches. Were you aware of this heading into the fight?
I knew there was not a whole lot of talent in Alaska. I know he fought like Justin Buckles, and he beat him. So I think that's probably one of his best wins. The guy from Alpha Male, but he probably took that fight short notice. I didn't get to watch the fight, but I heard Justin got a little tired. And then I know he fought Rick Story at 170. He fought his first fight in UFC at 170, so I imagine him to be like a little stronger and bigger, but maybe it wasn't that much. So I don't know. I just knew I can beat him, and like I said, I didn't think he fought anybody near the level of guys that I fought, so I know I had that experience beat.
Was there anything that surprised you in the fight with him?
No, not at all. I pretty much pictured it. I mean, I thought I was gonna get the finish, but I pretty much pictured it going that way. And he didn't feel like strong. He felt like I thought he was gonna feel, pretty much.
Okay, fair enough. And did you know you were the biggest betting favorite on the night? Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard everyone. I had a lot of my friends bet on me, actually.
You must have had to parlay it, because I think you were almost like a 4-to-1. You were like 3 to 4 to 1 favorite.
3-1, yeah. Almost like 3-to-1, maybe almost 4-to-1.
Yeah.
I was a pretty high favorite. It's funny. Every time they make me a favorite, I've only been the favorite, I think, like twice, with Mizuto and then this guy. Every other fight been the other underdog.
Right.
But
yeah, that's crazy.
When you're the favorite, it kind of puts a little more pressure on you, because
that's what I was going to ask, if you knew about that, because is that going to add on more pressure? Like, man, I'm a bigger favorite than like Wonder Boy is in the main event. It's crazy.
Yeah. When you're supposed to win, it puts a little more pressure, because like, you're damn, like, better not let this underdog beat you. So especially when it's that heavy too. It's like, so I'm thankful I got to get like a really dominant performance to prove the betting odds right.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
But yeah, it does put a little more pressure on you for sure.
Now, I know it's COVID time, so you could probably get into too much, but how did you celebrate after the fight?
You can't leave the hotel, come back. So I left because my fiance and my friend went out there. I bought my fiance a flight, so we kind of just like walked the strip, try to do what like you normally do in Vegas, but it wasn't the same. Mm-hmm. There's no people. Everything's pretty much closed, and we just kind of drank a little bit. We hit McDonald's up. Of course,
got to do that. What'd you get, a Big Mac?
Yeah, I got a Big Mac, chicken nuggets, and French fries. And it's funny. Usually, I don't eat McDonald's, obviously, but once in a while you get those cravings, and it usually never hits the spot. It's like, you always regret it.
You're good for about 30 seconds, and then you're like, damn it, why'd I eat that? Because it tastes good for those 30 seconds.
This time, it was great. I got a McFlurry too, and it hit the spot, and I enjoyed every aspect of it. Good. So it finally felt like I got to eat real McDonald's for like a long time, for the first time in a while.
UFC must have been pretty happy with the win, because it was dominant, and you took it on short days' notice, like a couple days' notice. So obviously they're going to be pretty thrilled with that. Yeah.
I mean, crap, man. I've been trying to get in there for a while, like Jason, and he lose. Like, I want to fight. I even told him, like, let's fight. Let's match up with Cowboy Cerrone. I'll do his retirement fight. I don't care. I just want to fight, Yeah. And so this one came around. I got all my medicals done now, because they when I went out there, they got my eye exam. They did everything for me. So I'm pretty much cleared now. Hopefully it's be easier to book me again. I do want to do a quick turnaround. I'll probably start training later this week. Once my knee, I got a little scraped up on my knees from the canvas, but once I'm healed up, I want to start training right away and just get my cardio better and get a quick turnaround, maybe February, March.
Okay. Would you want to go to Fight Island? I think that's where a lot of the cards are going to be, or would you prefer to stay in Vegas?
I would prefer to stay in Vegas, but I don't mind. I mean, I'm so used to traveling for fights. I fought in 5 different countries. So, yeah, I don't – we're making number 6. I don't mind. It'll be an experience. I just look at everything as an experience. And I don't look at it as like, damn, I got to go over there and fight. It's like, I get to go over there and fight. Like, I always try to, like, stay positive about things,
Okay. Any opponents in mind, or you leave that up to your management and your coaches?
No, I leave it up to my management. I'm sure I don't really care. I do want to try to make a stint for the top 15 this 2021. So hopefully after my next fight, when I win that one, I can probably get like a good guy in the top 15.
What are the plans for the holidays? You talked about obviously getting back in the gym, but I'm sure you're going to get a little time to celebrate the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. Christmas Eve, I go with my fiance. We're going to go up to her uncle's house. He's gonna host Christmas this year. We usually go to her grandma's in Temecula, but he lives. Where does he live, babe?
In Fallbrook.
Fallbrook, and he just got his like retirement home. It's huge, big land. So he's gonna host Christmas there. So I'm gonna Christmas Eve, and then the morning of Christmas, just eat some tamales and go to my parents' house, have some dinner. And just spend time with family. Keep it calm. Nothing too crazy.
Good for you, man. It's well-deserved. What a win that was, like I said. Thanks again for the time, Christos. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, guys, you can I don't really use Facebook or Twitter. I'm just an Instagram guy. I don't want to take too much of my time away on social media. So you can find me at @CGiagos_UFC. So first initial, last name, _UFC on Instagram. You guys find me on there for sure.